Welcome to this explainer. Most people think intelligence is all about what you say, but in Stoicism, it's often about what you choose not to say. Today, we're jumping right into a pretty fascinating concept: why true intellect is deeply tied to restraint. Let's start with a really hard truth here. Your words reveal way more than you realize. Not your achievements, not your appearance, not your possessions, your words. One careless phrase can literally destroy years of respect in seconds, instantly revealing your true level of self-mastery. The great philosopher Epictetus actually advised his students to be mostly silent, and when they do speak, to speak with absolute purpose. We're going to explore 7 specific phrases intelligent men avoid. And this isn't to appear superior, no. It's to protect their clarity, their dignity, and their peace of mind. All right, Section 1, surrendering your inner power. Stop giving away your control to external forces. Let's look at the very first phrase you need to drop. That's not fair. Kids say this on playgrounds all the time, right? But an intelligent man never carries this into adulthood. Life was never designed to be fair, and expecting fairness from a world that owes you absolutely nothing is honestly the fastest path to your own destruction. Think about it. Complaining about fairness changes absolutely nothing. When something unjust happens, an intelligent man doesn't just sit back and complain that the scales are unbalanced. Instead, he adapts, he adjusts, and he moves forward. Responding with action changes everything. When you remove "that's not fair" from your vocabulary, you instantly remove the illusion that the world owes you something. Moving to the next phrase that just completely surrenders your power: they made me angry. Here is a really profound Stoic truth for you. No one makes you anything. Anger is not forced upon you by external events, it's a response you choose. So the crucial point here is just a single shift in your vocabulary. When you say "they made me angry," you are handing your power over to someone who probably doesn't even deserve it. But when you replace that with the awareness of saying "I allowed myself to react," wow, that single shift transforms you from a victim of circumstance right into the master of your own mind. This ancient wisdom from Marcus Aurelius perfectly anchors the idea we just talked about. He reflected, how much more harmful are the consequences of anger than the circumstances that aroused it? It's so true, right? It reminds us that our explosive reactions almost always do way more damage to our own lives than whatever annoyed us in the first place ever could. Let's move to our next section, the trap of the ego. We're looking at how arrogance and apathy block your growth. So, phrase number 3, I already know that. The exact second you say this, you stop learning. And the moment you stop learning, you start declining. Arrogance loves to disguise itself as confidence, but intelligent men know the difference. By remaining open and just staying silent, letting others finish, you might actually discover a totally new perspective. Humility isn't a weakness. It's literally the doorway intelligence walks through. Let this quote from Epictetus really sink in. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Every single conversation holds something valuable if you just remain open to it. That's exactly why the wisest men in history listened far more than they spoke. And that brings us to phrase number 4, I don't care. A lot of men say this to seem strong or untouchable, but saying you don't care doesn't signal actual power, it signals emotional avoidance. True strength isn't indifference, it's caring deeply while remaining completely unshaken. Let's look at what the Stoics actually meant by detachment. As Seneca taught, wisdom is the mastery of feeling, not the absence of it. Detachment is just the selective investment of your emotional energy, not numbness or indifference. Intelligent men feel fully. They simply choose which specific emotions and situations actually deserve their energy. For our third theme, let's dive into escaping absolute commitment and the subtle ways we build exit strategies for ourselves. Phrase number 5 is one we hear literally every day. I don't have time. Let's be real for a second. Everyone has the exact same hours in a day. The difference is never time, it's priority. When you say, I don't have time, what you are truly saying is, this is not important enough. Seneca warned that it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it. Intelligent men don't hide behind the excuse of the clock. They own their choices honestly by saying, this is not my priority right now. It's direct, and man, it commands respect. I'll try. This phrase sounds so completely harmless, right? But it actually hides a quiet surrender. Saying "I'll try" gives you permission to fail before you've even begun. It builds a sneaky little exit door right into every commitment.
Intelligent men either commit fully or they decline honestly. So rip "I will try" out of your vocabulary and replace it with "I will" or "I will not," because clarity of commitment earns trust.
Epictetus hit the nail on the head when he taught, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Notice how there is absolutely no trying in that statement. There is only deciding and then doing. That is the true core of a Stoic mindset. Our seventh and final phrase to avoid is, "That's impossible." History is absolutely filled to the brim with things that were once called impossible. This phrase doesn't reflect reality. It reflects the limits of your current thinking. An intelligent man doesn't declare impossibility. He asks better questions, like, how could this work? Or what am I not seeing here? Replacing a declaration of impossibility with genuine curiosity opens doors that closed minds will simply never find. Okay, let's tie all of this together in our final section, reclaiming your self-mastery. Because ultimately, your words shape your identity. As Marcus Aurelius famously put it, our life is what our thoughts make it. Stoicism teaches us that self-mastery truly begins with the smallest details. And honestly, nothing is smaller, yet more consistently powerful than the words you choose to speak on a daily basis. Every single phrase you consciously eliminate creates space for a stronger, more disciplined version of yourself to emerge. So here is your ultimate checklist. The 7 phrases to eliminate starting today are, "That's not fair," "They made me angry," "I already know that," "I don't care," "I don't have time," "I'll try," and "That's impossible." Choose to omit these specific phrases, replace them with empowered alternatives, and just watch how rapidly your perception and your peace improve. Choose your words wisely, because they really are the building blocks of your character. I want to leave you with a direct question. Which of these 7 phrases are you eliminating right now? Which one kind of caught you off guard and made you realize you've been giving away your power? If this explainer resonated with you, drop a comment sharing your answer. Subscribe for more Stoic wisdom that sharpens your mind, and definitely share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Keep learning, keep mastering your words, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.